feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
What is this? No. Is it this? Bet. Yeah, but I wanted to hear like more. I wanted to hear a little bit because when Joe called me, I didn't think we were on a show. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't think we were on a show. Because Joe got 15 niggas on the mic and not one person said nothing. Like, yo, Ak, we in here. Yo, so the whole time I'm talking to him, I hear nobody chiming in. I'm expecting the crackhead to jump in. So like, once Joe says, hey, Ak, I'm on the Joe Budden podcast, I'm like, oh my God, you're on there with a crack addict. She's about to, like, she can't control herself. She's about to say something. So I thought Joe was calling me in his bathroom. Pause. Like, just call me alone. It's only when this video came, I'm like, wait, he was on the podcast, and then I see other people's faces. And by the way, I'm not knocking him because I do think this is a sign of respect. I salute all the co-hosts. I think they know this was a me and Joe conversation. Nobody chimed in, and I respect it. So I'm not calling y'all bitches, and I'm just saying I actually respect that. But I didn't know, like, I was skeptical I was on a podcast because I didn't hear nobody say, yo, Ak, yo, we here. What up? You know? It felt like it was just Joe. Let me grab this in my Chipotle, nigga, and I'm going to get busy. Actually, I want to play a little bit before. All right, fuck it. I'll play it. Y'all hear it, and then we'll hear it again.
I speak to DJ Ak. Is this DJ Akademiks?
Should we say it the other way around? Can I speak to Joe Budden?
Listen, I'm on. Let me let you know. First of all, Happy New Year. I'm on the. I'm on the air, so don't say anything that can incriminate yourself or myself. But I just wanted to give you a call. You know what I mean?
How's everything been?
I mean, everything is great, especially my Wi-Fi.
Oh, nice.
I gotta tell you, I'm seeing some things. I just wanted to know, like, everything cool? We cool? We good?
Oh no, of course, me and you were good, but I need, I like when my friends get along. All my friends get along. I gotta squash this you and Adin thing, man.
Man, fuck that nigga. I don't give a fuck about him. I'm calling about you because in some of these clips I'm seeing, I mean, I just don't know. It's looking. I'm not hearing my man say, yo, I know Joe. I love Joe. I've worked with Joe. I made history with Joe.
That's all
I ain't.
All right, Chipotle is here. Yo, why they don't give you utensils when you order Chipotle? What's going on? DoorDash, I'm making a complaint. All right, bet. Yo, you want to see what I ordered from Chipotle? Y'all gonna hate it. I ordered straight chicken and beans, no rice. Straight protein, no rice. Get the rice on out of here. Then I got tacos, but it's just the tortilla shit, the cheese, and steak. Yeah. All right. Gotta put some hot sauce on this motherfucker. Yo, the chicken from Chipotle is fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. The only thing is, they be robbing me. Sometimes I have to have my assistant or somebody else call the store. You know this fucking bowl? Look, you see how empty this shit is? Nigga, this is $25 because I put extra chicken. But because I don't put no guac, I'm not doing that. I don't put no that. I don't put no rice. I literally only say chicken. But I want them to fill it to the top with chicken. What the fuck? Anyway. Put my Tabasco on it. That's why I love streaming, man. Y'all about to watch me eat. Anyway, I'm about to react to this. Okay, so this is the other side of the convo I mentioned with Joe. Let's react to it from the top. Let's go.
Yo, can I speak to DJ Akademiks?
I'm here.
It's good over to it.
Can I speak to DJ Ak? Is this DJ Akademiks?
By the way, I was outside building my sauna. So I was screwing shit in. When he called, I walked away. So I had my construction on. I had all my heated shiesty.
Should we say it the other way around? Can I speak to Joe Budden?
Listen, I'm on. Let me let you know. First of all, Happy New Year. I'm on the. I'm on the air, so don't say anything that can incriminate yourself or myself. But I just wanted to give you a call. You know what I mean?
How's everything been?
I mean, everything is great, especially my Wi-Fi.
But I mean,
Oh, nice.
I gotta tell you, I'm seeing some things. I just wanted to know, like, everything cool? We cool? We good?
Oh no, of course, me and you are good, but I need, I like when my friends get along. All my friends get along. I gotta squash this you and Adin thing, man.
Man, fuck that nigga. I don't give a fuck about him. I'm calling about you because.
and see, Aiden's my friend. Joe's my friend. I done be like, no, you can't say that. I'll let Joe say what he wants.
Because in some of these clips I'm seeing, I mean, I just don't know. It's looking. I'm not hearing my man say, yo, I know Joe. I love Joe. I've worked with Joe. I made history with Joe.
That's a given.
That's all.
We ain't just about to just keep talking about Joe any type of way around me. Now, that's what I thought I would hear.
Now, and I completely get that. But you do know, all right, there's a little bit of understanding for, like, especially with Adin, because I've been the...
Well, first and foremost, Joe allows people to talk their opinion about me. I'm not going to say shit. It's like the crackhead he has on the podcast. I don't value her that much because she's irrelevant to me. Now, I could be like, well, Joe is giving her a platform that's making her relevant, but I don't hold Joe accountable for that. Joe lost Melissa Ford, whatever went out with that, I don't know. Joe needed someone. He's really good at hiring new people. He got the loudmouth chick from Philly. I'm not going to tell him not to fuck with her because she don't like me. His audience loves her, supposedly.
The person that I felt like the people maybe not in my demo have all ganged up on. Right?
No, I heard you say that. I heard you say it.
And that's that understanding I have. Obviously, he's going to say, like, he feels it's a little petty and personal. He's going to be like, well, Joe is irrelevant, which I think last night he said, I was like, no, that's not true. My man's pretty lit.
But I mean, that's okay. Yeah. I don't, no weapon formed, right? Like, no weapon formed. Like, I don't care what anybody that I don't know has to say about me. So that's okay. But when I'm just seeing my man, my man is in these, I said, let me call my man. Because some people, they're going to try to put a battery in my back. Like, yo, action up. I'm like, no, not my man. He wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't do that. But then I'm not seeing you say, yo, I love homeboy. Yo, let's ease up on Joe.
No, of course not.
Well, now in post, I could kind of like interpret a little bit different. I don't think no one's like violating Joe. The person getting violated here is Adin, not Joe. Who's like, yo, let's violate Joe. Like, yeah, there's a little couple jokes, but the person who's getting the brunt of everything is Adin, not you.
Listen,
in my opinion.
You know that already, inherently. Even when I hear conversations about me on your pod, I know you love it.
That's what I'm saying.
But
tell them streaming niggas.
You also have different personalities.
Let them streaming niggas know. I mean, because I'm not going to get on Twitch or some shit. I ain't going to be able to tell them. But tell chat, I love Joe.
Now, I'm glad he mentioned that. I think I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond with what I'm going to say now. This is why, Joe having this conversation here reminded me of me and him doing Everyday Struggle. When we showed up to Everyday Struggle, he had me blocked. I think I had him blocked. Because we came from different places, we had different audiences, and we have different thoughts about each other. Until we were forced to be in a room with each other and learn about each other, we didn't care about that. So the point what I was trying to even say to Joe is like, Adin is kind of, I get it, he's white, but he's kind of like me when I show up to Everyday Struggle and we all blocked each other. You have to engage, right? I want them to engage, not on some trolling shit. I want them to engage that there could be honest conversation. I look at both individuals, Adin and Joe, as two people who are smart, intelligent, and know how to communicate with each other, understand each other's point, and their ego or them being set in their ways is not going to be like, oh, we're not going to concede if we feel like we're wrong.
Budden, that's my man's. Tell him, like, make it known.
Listen, I've said that pretty much every time we talk about what we do.
As long as you tell him that, I feel splendid. I feel great, man. God damn it.
Hey, well,
hey, did Joe really think that like I was like dissing him or going against him? I killed that bowl so fast, it was only chicken. Y'all should celebrate me killing that bowl so fast. It's going to keep me on stream.
A lot of people don't know. Listen, even going back to last year, which I think is just a peak, especially for independent, outlets like yourself and myself. Shit, me and you, we on the phone. We're ping-ponging it. Pause. We're like, yo, listen, this is 1 and 2. Just we getting all the good shit here. You know what I mean? This is everyday struggle on different platforms. So, now obviously, yeah. The only thing I will say is that, like, I'm like in like an interesting spot. I remember coming into the game, and like a lot of the older folks, they didn't fuck with me, and it was just like, yo, fuck this guy. And I think they thought if you get act out of the way, like that whole wave is dead. And I always know that wave is never dead. Like right now on YouTube, there's a million acts, and when it comes to like people like Adin Ross,
not a million acts, buddy.
No, maybe not that effective.
But I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but when it comes to like Adin, that's like also a different iteration. So obviously he's, I think there's a lot of I would love for conversation to happen because that's how everyday struggle started. Like I was supposed to be the guy who liked the colored hair niggas, and you were the guy who was into the quintessential traditional hip hop, and they put us together, and over 9 months we were basically kind of moving in tandem.
Tell Adin, tell him.
No, I think he's in that mindset. I think he's thinking when he hears you're like, yo, somebody beat him up, somebody do this. And obviously at that point, anytime people hear anything about violence, they're like, where do we go from here?
And no one should be using their platform to spread violence. Like, I don't support that. I don't support that.
So, and also, I think that the Deutsche conversation is an interesting one, right?
I didn't call to talk about Dochi or none of that. I came to call my man and ask my man something, and my man answered me, and that's it. I don't care about none of this
Who's in your ear,
hip-hop
Joe?
shit.
Somebody, hold on.
The Redditors.
Oh, you can't listen
the
to
Redditors.
Like, come on.
The streamers and the Redditors. I don't normally visit. I don't visit that part of the internet most times, but it did come across my desk, and I haven't spoken to you anyway, so it's good to hear from you. Good to hear from you.
So, well,
not true. Actually, we spoke about like 3 weeks ago, and we had kind of talked about we needed to link up before the end of the year. Not on some wrap up shit, but like we haven't done something in a while. Didn't happen, but I love Joe. No.
Well, let me catch.
Jack, listen, it takes a lot. Y'all know me. Oh, is there food in my mouth? It takes a lot for me to go against people who I like fuck with. You know how many times y'all have gassed me, be like, say fuck Charlemagne. I'm like, no, bro. Like Charlemagne's like my guy. And even if usually I come across looking loyal to a fault when people are saying no, they're dissing you or they're doing underhanded things to you. But I'm like, no, Charlemagne, I've had great relationships with him. Like, we've talked and we've whatever. Same with Joe. So this is why I don't go against people like that. So, like, when Joe called me saying this, I was like, this is like left field. Now, I'm not going to sit here and play defense for him. Adin want to cuss him out. Adin want to talk shit about him. I'll defend him on, yo, my man is lit. But if Adin feels whatever about you because he felt you said whatever about him, I can't, like, de-escalate that, right? Anyway.
Categorically stated on the record, like I've stated off. Joe is always my man. We accomplished history together. He's been a close friend to me, but also he's given me great advice. He's been somebody that's been there for me through thick and thin. And one thing, and this is what I always say, even back at maybe the past iteration of your podcast, it's different when Joe says, you know what, ask my man, but he's wild in here. Because I know you, I know your character. And even if you say something that, I have to take it like, not the thing I wanted to hear. I know you got my best interest at heart. So yeah,
I'm glad.
you never see a world where it's Akademiks versus Joe Budden.
And I stand by that. You know, I'm not one of those people who feel like, and y'all should know my character. Y'all have never caught me where like the people who I've gained a relationship with, I've cherished a relationship with, I've bigged them up, that later on I think that maybe I could grow by disrespecting them or going to beef with them. That's never me. You know what I mean? Like usually I'm actually offended after I meet somebody and they want to have problems. That's one of the things with Mano. I was like, yeah, Mano, we were having a good time. Like, damn, I felt like and maybe I'm naive, just off of that night of, yo, we're drinking, we're joking about whatever, we're talking about whatever. Like we're just seeming kind of like, yo, bro, like we could have like a little friendship here. If you ever had a problem with me, you just hit my phone, right? That's what I'm thinking. So when he goes online, and remember, I intentionally did not mention anything about him in terms of jokes. I've talked about Fab, right? And Jim Jones, I think. When he started doing whatever, I'm like, oh, okay, so he's one of those guys that could do that, because I can't do that. Like, there's no way I could just be like super buddy with you for a while, and I'm like, yeah, this shit was all fake. Yeah. Anyway, I think that was it.
I'm glad that you know it. Same on my side. I love you. I'll call you when I'm not on here.
All right, no problem.
One.
Okay. Yeah. So it was.